Call the meeting to order. Pledge of Allegiance is being done today by Nalia Cordes from Mack Middle School.
Salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Nalia.
Thank you.
She says, I can leave down here.
She didn't stick around.
All right, roll call.
Ms. Bradley. Mr. Rice.
Here.
Colonel Taylor.
Here.
Ms. Clodfelter.
Here.
Ms. Nyworth.
Here.
Ms. Edwards.
Here. Do you have any special guests?
I do not see any.
I don't see any. Okay, let's move on to the architects then. Got both of our regulars here today.
Yes, ma'am. Well, good evening. I've been in town all day and inspecting some projects, dodging some rain. Went over to Eisenhower and visited with Miss Mattingly. Things seem to have started well over there. And checked out some furniture punch list items. They've started the chairs in the auditorium. Also went over to Whittier to look at the sod and drainage corrections over there. Things are looking good. We have a few things to tweak to make sure water's pushing out of the lower areas, but things are looking a lot better over there. The contractor was present at the Cameron Stadium today, doing some punch list work over there. On the re-roof projects, things are mostly on track. The rain slowed them down a little bit over the last week. At MacArthur, they got about 50% of the sheet metal detailing done, and they're about 90% complete on the roofing membrane over at Pat Henry. And we're expecting contracts from RCJ in the mail to AIP by Friday on the Ron Stevens Stadium repair.
Yeah.
So any questions on any of my report?
All righty.
Thank you very much.
We were in.
Good afternoon, evening. So like Corey mentioned, Whittier, we've got a couple minor things to tweak just to make sure everything flows off site. There's a couple areas ponding. As far as middle school, the auditorium seats showed up and started installing them. So that's about a two and a half week process to get them installed. Abatement on the old middle school, they started the last phase yesterday. And so they're doing the final restrooms and the hallways to get wrapped up. So we're about 2 weeks of final abatement. All the permitting is at City Hall right now for it to start tearing down the building, but you won't get an approval until we finish abatement. We've got to turn off all utilities and then they'll give us a permit. So we're about 3 weeks to 4 weeks out from that officially starting. So as far as EMS, auditorium is the only thing we don't have completed. As far as the building itself, we are progressing on that one with everything from the flooring to the walls, getting everything painted and taken care of. We set up an email address for it was intended for Ms. Mattingly and Jack Hanna, more or less, if they have any issues with the classrooms, they would notify us and we go out and fix them, right away. So all the teachers got it, and so we have been compiling all the, I'm not going to say the issues, but some of their concerns, and we're addressing them by classroom as a way, in addition to the punch list. So going through, make sure every teacher is happy with their classroom. So, but other than that, the middle school, right now we're looking again about to start tearing down in about 4 weeks, and as that changes, it may move left or right, and as it does, we'll keep everybody informed as far as the next step. So
It looks nice.
thank you. So, any questions on middle school?
Well, thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Superintendent, your report.
Moving on to the curb appeal makeover projects. If you have not been by Ridgecrest Elementary, you need to go by. They've got all the poles up for all the fencing, and you can see how good that's going to look. And the new sidewalk, they're almost through. They've got some of the blinds in, the landscaping, just the overall change. I'm assuming that our Lynn and her people will be doing some before and after pictures, but it's really a huge upgrade at that school, and it looks really good. They're still going to put up fencing on the, I believe that's the south end between that parking lot and the house there, that alleyway, and it'll come around and it'll be a metal fence similar to what you see at like the softball field, and then it'll build a little department for the dumpster to be in, so the dumpster will be, but you won't see the dumpster, and then those two old storage buildings out there go away. They're going to use one of those portables that they didn't need as a storage building instead of those, but it looks great. Woodland Hills, you're approving a lot of that tonight to get that done. And again, that's going to be a major makeover for them. And then the Pioneer Park, who won last board meeting, we've started on that, and hopefully when we have the meeting on the 17th, we can have those purchase orders on there to approve.
Is the signage gonna be?
And the sign is coming, it's getting close. I think it's any day now that
Cool.
I forget the name of the
Arrow
sign.
sign.
Arrow signs, yeah. But they've got it in, and we're working on those. And so and again, those three elementaries getting a sign, it'll be great. And then we'll draw out another school because we're doing one a month. On the good news to share, each month, character.org invites a teen to share a core value that has shaped their moral compass in a spot entitled In Their Own Voice. In August, MacArthur High School senior Nassar Kemper was chosen for this honor and shared a moment that inspired him to find his moral compass. And we got a video here that he shared.
Great.
Hi, my name is Nasir Kemper. I'm a senior at MacArthur High School in Oklahoma, and I'm telling you a story about dedication and why it's a very important characteristic in life. So growing up, I wasn't always the best kid. I used to get in trouble a lot. I'd hang around the wrong group of friends, and I was just going down the wrong path. I would lie to my mom about the places I was going to, and I would fall into peer pressure a lot. And me doing those things, I could see my mom hurt more every day. And me seeing her hurt like that made me feel like a terrible person on the inside. So my freshman year going into high school, I decided that I wanted to change myself and the things I did. I set goals for myself, and I dedicated myself to completing those goals each and every year. This year I set goals that I wanted to win a state championship for football, and also want to keep a good GPA for high school. I set lifelong goals for myself too. The ones I have set right now are I want to continue to do the right thing and not go down the wrong path anymore. And I also want to maintain a good relationship with my mom. Dedicating myself really changed my life because it made me realize what is really important in life. It helped me focus on the things that will get me to the places that I want to be. Dedication is very important in everybody's life because it helps you focus on important things and doing the right thing. And it also helps you complete the goals that you have set for yourself if you set any. If I was able to go back and talk to my younger self, I would tell him to set goals for himself and to dedicate himself to doing the right things and to get a new friend group because he doesn't want to see his mom hurt anymore. So dedication is really important in life because it helps you as a person in general. So make sure that you dedicate yourself to something very important.
So it's pretty awesome for me to get to see that, and it's special. I went by MacArthur High School and met the young man, and he's everything as advertised in my first time of meeting. Second thing, Lawton Public Schools was recently recognized at the Oklahoma State Board of Education meeting for its exemplary Return to Learn virtual night option. According to the State Department, we're the only one offering nighttime virtual the way we are with teachers included. So our goal when we created our Return to Learn plan was to ensure our students and parents had options that work for them. Flexibility is the key. And again, the PM virtual is something we offered for kids pre-K through 12 that and the teachers are available from 3 to 9 in delivering those lessons from 3 to 9. No one else in the state is doing that. So that's a great recognition by the State Department of Education, and because that was the State Department of Education board at their meeting last week. So exciting for that for our district, and again, it's kind of exciting and throwing that in there. It's been amazing to me how hard all the great staff members in this district has worked to make this beginning of the school happen. I mean, it has been it's just overwhelmingly the number of people pulling the rope in the same direction. I mean, guys, we've got 8,000 traditional and 5,000 virtual, and those numbers are flexible and they can move. But basically, with that creation, to have that big of a change, we have virtual teachers here. We have virtual teachers at Washington. We have virtual teachers at Adams. We have virtual teachers now in Tomlinson with them. We have virtual teachers at Douglas. And these people, and then we have the night virtual teachers, and just the different roles so many people have, and for them all to pull together to try to create this flexible learning environments to keep parents and students on the right track is just incredible. And again, it's easy for me to sit here. You know, all I've done is sit here and watch people work hard. And I just want to appreciate the staff from everyone. Our cooks are adapting. Our bus drivers are adapting. Obviously, everybody here at this building's adapting. And so it's been an incredible, this is day 6, and it's been an incredible 6 days just to watch it and how impressed I've been with the people in this district.
Agreed. I agree. Thank you.
They're awesome.
I'm just been, obviously it's my first go around and every day I meet greatness and it's exciting.
All right, anything else on your,
Any questions or anything else?
anybody have any questions about the Educational Services Department reports? They're on there. Okay. All right, announcements, done, that it?
Yep. I guess I put them all in one, sorry.
You did, you're so good. Well, it's kind of a slim agenda. How about a consent agenda?
On the consent agenda, you have 2 adjustments here. You have, we need to make a correction on one of the purchase order 7D1 to Merwin Incorporated. They have changed, they did some fencing for us, but they've changed they're now doing Woodland Hills, but they've changed their name to Lighthouse Recreation. So if when you make the motion, you would note that change. And then we had a change that was put on your desk. Are these the same changes you have, Chuck? Yes. So the change on your desk was from there. You can see a mark on the OSDA. And for the, it's for...
It's this that you got.
It's for the State Department of Education. Yeah, so that State Department of Education contract. So if you look over there and just note those changes as well. Those were just some Chuck called me today, and when he went over that contract, there was just a couple things he wanted adjusted. They're all just, so.
Actually, the State Department requested that we do to the final copy before we approve it.
Okay, so the State Department requested these changes. So
These 3 changes.
yeah, the 3 changes, yes. So, just notice that if you'll just, whoever makes the motion will note that to accept those 2 changes.
And I need to remove 7G1
I have a question. What is this change on? I'm missing it evidently.
Oh,
on the pages behind.
It's
a OSDA contract.
Oh, okay.
OSDA.
All right.
yeah, Oklahoma State Department, 7G3F.
Oh, okay. Okay, and 7G1 I need removed.
Okay.
All right, anybody have a
I'll make a
motion?
motion we approve the balance of the consent agenda minus hers.
7G1.
Yep, 71. I knew
With
it.
the changes?
noted.
With the changes noted, yes.
I'll second.
Kelly, second. Call the roll.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes,
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
7G1 now.
I'll make a motion that we approve 7G1.
I second it.
Call the roll.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
So abstain.
Oh. And Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
All right. Going to be another short meeting, huh?
Number 8.
Do we need an executive session?
I do not.
No.
Look at you guys, yeah. Okay, my computer keeps going back up. I don't know why.
Oh, it does find
I
just the
know,
same
it
thing.
runs around on you. Alrighty. Superintendent,
Approval.
yeah.
Oh, got
I
it?
finally got
Okay.
it back.
Okay, I'm sorry, I was just,
I'm holding it with my finger. Okay, no executive session, so let's move on to your personnel report.
I make a motion we approve personnel report.
Second?
Call the roll.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Okay, and you have 12B.
yeah, that's your board appointed positions, your treasurer and clerk, they were listed.
There, and again.
I make a motion that we approve 8B.
Second.
Call the roll.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Would you say 12B?
8B.
Huh? It was 12B.
Oh, it is?
It goes
Yeah.
down to 12 when you start
Oh,
voting.
I'm sorry, yeah, it was
That's
jumping.
okay.
I'm sorry, that was 12B.
Any new business to come before the board? I know you were going to mention something about football.
Oh, yes, thank you for reminding me, I had that written down. Just for an update, actually, the principals, Ms. Jackson, Mr. Owens, that group, they're working on, obviously, attendance in the stadium has been an issue. what they determined was, and we'll look at it as we roll out of district play, but 500 seats sold on both sides of the stadium, start with on the inner city games. That does not include if you have a pass, so they don't count. So we're going to have more than 500 people there. They were starting with, and they made a correction to it because it said players and parents. They made sure it said band cheerleaders and those parents as well. So these first couple, so they're selling all those, and then students can start buying them tomorrow, or they might have started buying them today. And then my guess is by the time students and parents and things buy out, we're probably going to be sold out of tickets for those games. And you know, you'd like to let everyone in. We are not selling tickets at the gate because we're not changing money. So you have to have a ticket to get in, and your pass will be. In the past, your pass was just you had to go get a ticket. Now your pass, you'll just walk through the gate with your pass. So if you have a school pass, you can just walk through the gate.
And he said we don't count against the 1,000.
Then you do not count
Right.
against 1,000. Yes,
What if we bring grandchildren? Do we have to count that in the total?
you'll have to get them a ticket.
Okay. Um, go-
Yes. Oh, I thought you. Yes, the mask at the game, it says mask, and obviously that's because it's city and school. Again, and Cameron, when you're walking through, obviously, if you're sitting in the stands with your family and you're eating and drinking, no one's going to say anything. It's more about if you're social distanced, and you know, and I've seen you guys have heard me say this in podcasts and in here. If you're yelling at the officials, you need to put your mask on because we're all. I mean, I know how I am. I've been accused by officials when I was coaches, probably of spitting on them before, but. But, you know, we got going to the concession stand, if you're standing in line at the concession stand, if it's a great game like we hope they all are, and we all leave at the same time, have your mask on. But again, in the stadium, you know, if you're comfortable there, and especially if it's hot, social distance, no different than kind of our school policy. If you can get yourself away from when you're only sitting by your husband or your own family, obviously nobody's going to come around and start pointing at people. If you stand up and yell, somebody might ask you, say, hey, if you're going to yell, put your mask on.
What about concessions?
They have concessions. They'll be prepackaged in drinks, is my understanding.
Okay.
Yeah, they've cut it down.
Yeah, it won't be a lot of things, but they will have concessions. And obviously, after you leave the concession, you're going to take your mask off. But while everybody's standing in line, we're hoping everybody will wear their mask.
Or the restrooms.
In the rest, just when you're in a crowd and not social distancing. So, and I'm going to say, I've been around the buildings and talked to principals all at different schools. I haven't been in them all. They seem to be having, you know, here we go with adults. We have trouble wearing masks. They're having zero issues with students wearing masks.
Right.
From the small ones to the big ones, the kids are just stepping up, keeping their distance. And those are good things for us right now because obviously, I think the kids want to, I know parents want their kids in school, but I think the kids want to be in school just as much or more than their parents, and they understand and they watch the news, and kids understand that keeping that social distance, washing their hands, and the mask, those three things tied together, we have a better chance to stay in school. So those are good things.
Yeah.
Well, and if you see all the different sites that have their posts on Facebook and stuff and everything, I mean, it's just fantastic. Everybody's excited and it seems to be going well.
Great deal. Okay, anything else from anybody? Next meeting is September 17th,
I
5
mean,
o'clock.
remind that I won't be here on that meeting.
I know.
I'll be in North Carolina. so I
Going
won't
to
miss
North
the next board
Carolina,
meeting.
see her babies. Okay, anybody else? Any board announcements? Okay, we can declare adjournment.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Mr. Rice,
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter,
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth,
Yes,
Ms. Edwards.
Yes.
I'm spoiling you guys. You know this.
Uh,
At board meetings.